Welcome along. This one's on the mood. Now, quite often when in a consultation, something will come up, so I will build on that and use it for the series. So this came about recently when I was having a consultation with a client, and they asked me a simple question, and I thought, well, this is really worthy of bringing to the series, as it's quite common. So it's called the mood. How often do you or your partner experience the in a mood? What is a mood? Many couples have different names and terms for what they experience when their partner is in a different or non-favourable or preferred mood. There is many moods in which we experience on any given day. If you Google search mood, there is a list pages long. If you filter down to bad mood, neutral and good mood, we get some sort of a semblance of them. So let's look at one like a bad mood and drill down in a little bit more detail. Think about this example. Your partner comes home after a long day at work. They're short in conversation, intolerant in their behaviour, not overly helpful within the home. You get the picture. You too might have been at work all day or have had a big day yourself. And now this. From the one you expected companionship or caring, pretty soon it has gone from random speaking to not speaking or worse. The whole environment is one of tension and just not worth the effort for you as you feel you've put in. There can be many answers and great ways to deal with the results that have eventuated, but the real cure is understanding the process that's allowed the mood to take hold originally. For this purpose, I'll use a personality trait. It's just quite a simple one, but it's global because it happens within other parts as well. So I could have used diet or any other number of causes, but let's just use the personality. The mood bearer, in this case, is an introvert. They work in a role that involves a lot of people, interaction like a reception or a nurse or into sales. They've been in a high state of alert to other people's, their conversation, their behaviours, their requirements, their expectations, etc. And the list just goes on for the day. Now, for anyone in these roles, the demands are great enough on the emotionally anyhow, but more so for an introvert because they need the exact opposite to recharge. They need some quiet and some quiet time. They will be mentally exhausted, which will come out in a physical form. We recognise this as their mood. So they become moody because they get stuck itself into themselves. So when they get home, the overwhelming urge to recharge takes over as they hit a familiar environment, not needing to be on high alert and relax a bit. But the emotion overload for the day just floods in. So they're just sitting there and they'll be almost like in a blank space, but a dark blank space because they're trying to keep anything else from getting in. So basically their tank is full. But no, their partner wants to talk, communicate or cooperate. No time to recharge. They will probably spend the time getting home from work over the day, going over the day in their head on how they have always processed the day. And this is how they've always processed the day, recounting, remembering, reliving and the experiences of the day. This is a typical introvert as the mind goes, is that instead of relaxing on the way home. What if by the time they got home, they were refreshed and ready to be present with the family, to be the one bringing in the excitement, entertainment and energy? Now that would be nice. How? For this example, here's a simple strategy on how to change. Like an athlete who prepares for an event, or a doctor before a surgical procedure, or any event for that matter, we need to prepare first. While the example might seem a bit of an overkill, the idea is simply based on developing new rituals or behaviours that have a positive effect on your desired outcome. Therefore, what recharges our example, or our introvert in this case, because we need to recharge them prior to their next mission, or getting home in this case. Some examples of how they could recharge by spending some time in their own headspace prior to getting home. So they might be listening to music listening to their favourite music that might give them energy, going to the gym or a walk around the park or on the beach, meditation, reading a book on the train or listening to an audio book while driving, or something else of their choice. So basically they want to get their head space to be doing functional stuff, but not the same sort of a level they were doing before. So it's kind of in their own head, but their own stuff. There will be some things that will take you to a grounded place in your heart, and this is for the introvert. Once they're in their heart space, you'll be able to be the parent figure and not need nurturing like a child. Because when you're coming home like, if you remember the child, when the child comes home from school and they're absolutely exhausted after, about 5 or 6, the first few years, they're exhausted because the day's been so big. Well, this is the same sort of appearance you're giving when you're coming home from work in the same mood. So that's kind of what we're looking at. We're looking at stepping up and learning some new strategies to be the adult in the house. So any change of direction takes a bit of work. Often you have to slow down to set a new course and act. And in itself, that's a challenge. But if you keep going the way you're going, you'll end up exactly where you're heading, wherever that might end up being. So the idea here is just we're going to have to change a ritual, change a procedure that's happened. We can't change the work environment you're in, but we can change what's happening in that interlude so you come home recharged for your family. I hope that's useful. I know it works for me. It works for many other introverts I've taught this simple strategy to, and all the best of luck for you with it. Till next time, bye.